Right, that's the Amazon shipment all boxed up and prepared to send off to the fulfillment center. I'm going to drop that off with the UPS drop-off point as soon as I leave here. And it's a really nice day outside, so I've got just about enough time left tonight for take the bike out for a spin or something. This thing called arbitrage is not the only way to raise some funds. It's one really good way to raise a fair amount of money fairly quickly. Although I don't like to use the term "get rich quick" scheme, but at the moment that's sort of what it's feeling like. This thing's got momentum now, and I'm really starting to produce some cash. That cash is getting reinvested into the project, so I'm not going to be pulling any money out of it for quite some time yet. Once you have got a bit of that cash, if whatever it is you're saving up for, or whatever it is you're trying to raise funds for, whether it just be to buy something nice that you've always wanted, or if it's to raise funds to start a new business, maybe it's going to take 15 to 20 grand to do that. This is a really good way to do that. At least it's a really good way to get started. But once you've got a bit of capital behind you, you can then start using that to invest in other things as well, and start spending your time a bit more wisely. One thing I'm going to do this week, send these letters, and I've got three letters here. Well, it's a little marketing campaign. Now, I've been known to dabble in property a bit. Property is a great way to raise money, even if you haven't got any. And what these letters are, these are letters to vendors. Now, vendors are people who are currently selling houses. Actually, only one of these letters is a letter to a vendor. One vendor, which I think is going to be pretty motivated to sell their house. It's currently been on the market for about 4 years. And so I'm going to send that letter off and just say, look, I'll buy a house for you. Now, that house is in need of some renovation, and so it's a nice little flip project, potentially. One other flip project, potentially, is the house very next door to the house I'm living in. It just recently became vacant. Unfortunately, it's very sad. The old man who used to live in it died. He was a tenant, and one of those letters is to the current owners of that property. You can find out who owns a property by paying a small fee. I think it's about £3 to Land Registry, and you can find the name and address of the person who owns a property. That's if they're not actually living there, which obviously they might be. So the letter I'm sending to them is basically saying, look, I'm aware of your house, and so I'd like to discuss the prospect of buying it off you. And after that, it's just a matter of raising some funds to actually buy it with. Now, obviously, I haven't got the funds to buy a house outright right now in cash, but I know plenty of people who have, and I'm gonna maybe make a video. Maybe not the next video, but I'm going to make a video not necessarily about how to raise your own funds, but how to leverage other people's funds, because there's several ways of going about raising some cash, and that's either to do it yourself, starting with nothing, or find people who have got the money and leverage their money, ask to borrow it, offer them something back in return. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.